Hey folks, it's Dave Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle. I have found a clip. I am actually able to do videos while I'm driving again. So we'll be getting videos out more frequently again. Folks, simply put, I'm coming to you today with a video about inmate manipulation, and it's stemming from something that actually happened at work. It's a new one to me. I haven't experienced this particular attempt at inmate manipulation yet. Before this, an inmate actually tried to get me to either side with or argue with him on a political point. It stems from when people stormed the Capitol. And while I have an opinion on people storming the Capitol building, it's none of that inmate's business what my opinion is. It was an attempt by this inmate to get me to open up my personal life to him so that he could feel that he has gotten to know me, that he has an inside, and I am now less of a captain to him, less of a correctional officer to him, and more of a pal, more of a buddy, a chum, a friend. Don't fall into that trap. Anytime something significant happens in this world, they can use that, the inmate population can use that in an effort to get close to you, to get you to forget that you are a correctional officer and that they are an inmate, to bridge the gap. I don't know how many times I have had the discussion with the inmate population that my last name is Smith, my first name is Captain. As far as they're concerned, my first name is Captain. Captain Smith is my total name to the inmate population. That's not being mean, it's not being disrespectful, it's not being rude, it's being professional. Conversely, their name is inmate, is their first name and their last name. It's not disrespectful, it is their title, okay? I have heard inmates called some very, 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 very colorful names throughout my career. I have heard inmates call staff some very colorful names throughout the year, or throughout my years in corrections. I have heard it over and over and over and over and over again. And the officers that grab that bull by the horns, and when an inmate calls them something other than their rank and their last name, explain to the population, look, this is how this is. You're an inmate, I'm an officer. We have to maintain this professional relationship, and if you choose to seek a personal or a business relationship, I will shut it down. I will shut you down. I will get a hold of my supervisor, do what I can to write you a disciplinary, place you into an administrative confinement unit, whatever I have to do to make sure that you understand the relationship that we have is going to be completely professional between an officer and an inmate. That has to be established, okay? Anytime you let down your guard for half a second, you let an inmate walk into your personal life, and they will try everything they can to do that. They will try everything they can to walk right into your personal life. If they get in, you have problems. Automatically have problems. And I'm gonna quote Anthony Ganji here. It starts small, and it is a very slow, meaningful process. It is not an accidental thing. If I've heard it said throughout my career, if you talk to an inmate for 5 minutes, you've talked to him for 4 minutes too long. I disagree with that, so long as the conversation is professional. Because there are a lot of things that an inmate brings to an officer that cannot be handled in a 1 minute conversation. Let's say an inmate is having a problem accessing the legal library or the law library because there are so many people that are going to the law library, and he's got a deadline. He's got a legal deadline that he has to meet, and he can't seem to get into the law library. Okay? It's going to take more than a minute conversation to get that inmate the help that he needs. And he does need your help at that point. Professionally, he needs your help, because we do not deny access to the legal system to the inmate population. That is not something that we're going to do. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure we help this inmate get the access to the legal system that he needs, and that is a longer conversation than 1 minute. But it is a professional conversation. He's not asking you for a favor that is outside of the scope of your duties. Okay? And that's what you have to look for. If an inmate comes up and asks you to do something that is outside of the scope of your duties, you have to deal with that. Have to deal with that. There is no middle ground. There is no, well, maybe I can, maybe I can't. You know, yes, I can take this letter. No, if he is asking you to do something outside of your prescribed role as a correctional officer, that has to be dealt with. It has to be dealt with then. If he's asking you to do something within the scope of your duties as a correctional officer, then by God, do it. Because it is within the scope of your duties. That makes it part of your job. And that needs to be done. Always remember, your title protects you from manipulation. If you constantly remind the inmates, I'm not your man, I'm not your buddy, I'm not your pal, I am Officer Smith, Sergeant Jones, Lieutenant Baxton, whatever. Remind the inmate population who you are, and then remind them who they are. The ones that are legitimately trying to manipulate you, once you put up that hard front, that impenetrable fortress, 95% of them will stop their tactics of manipulation, because they're not looking for a hard target. They're looking for an easy target. And the first thing you have that can protect you is your title and their title. Folks, that's all I got for this one. Remember, inmate manipulation is real. It starts small. It's a very slow process. Don't fall victim to it. They don't care about you. They don't care about your livelihood. You need to care about that enough to let them know about it. As always, I am on a crusade to get rid of domestic violence in this world. It needs to be done. We don't need domestic violence in this world. 1-800-799-SAFE is the domestic violence hotline. I'm saying it again, 1-800-799-SAFE. The people at the other end of that phone call have tools, resources, and the ability to help victims of domestic violence. So if you know a victim or you are a victim, 1-800-799-SAFE, those folks can help you. Okay, if you know the abuser, remember that the worst thing you can do is nothing. Say something to somebody. And if you are the abuser, there is help for you too. The first thing you have to do is understand that you need it. The second thing you have to do is ask for it. you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. You want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications when I post new videos, and interact, engage. Let me know something. Hit me up in the comments. If you like the content, hit me up in the comments. You want to see some specific content on this channel, hit me in the comments. I'll make sure we get it on here. All right. This is David Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle. Remember, I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Be safe behind that fence. I'll see you all in the next video.